Hey, what's going on guys? TayJay Productions here, and today I'm doing another Visiting Dead retail locations. This time I'm in Anderson, Indiana, and what better place to start than an abandoned shopping mall. This is called the Mounds Mall, located here in Anderson. They actually opened in 1965 and operated all the way until 2018, but we definitely gotta go and take a look at this because wow, this is the first abandoned mall I've actually seen with my own eyes. I mean, I've seen a few, but this is the first one I've been able to like walk up to. And there's just abandoned stuff all over the place. Let's check it out. And this is a very classic sign that everything here is abandoned. You got boarded up windows, you've got overgrown shrubbery and foliage. Look at this sign. All right, so we're gonna walk up to the front here and see what it looks like. Oh. So that thing's going off. I don't think that's good, but there's an alarm literally going off. I don't know if that means I should go or not. Well, anyways, I was just walking up to show the building, so let's show that real quick, and if somebody comes here and tells me to leave, I'll leave. So there's the sign up front here. And there's a sign here that says 24-hour video surveillance. So obviously, okay, so it's motion detected. It just went off because I'm not moving. But the minute I start walking again, it's gonna go off. So anyways, we're gonna try and stand very still here. It's probably just a deterrent to keep people from, I mean, it worked. I'm standing still right here. This is cool. I've never seen something like this close with my own eyes. Now, of course, everything we have is boarded up here. I'm sure at one point there was a lot of vandalism, and which is why they do have stuff like that. Security systems that try to scare people from getting too close to these things, because kids like to come up to places like this and smash the windows and get inside and all that. So yeah, they definitely are doing their part to keep that from happening. We have a Garfield's restaurant and pub right here, boarded up windows as well. That sounds like this place would be very delicious. And look at the colors and the designs here. That's really cool. You just don't see stuff like that anymore. There was a guy in a truck and he came over here, and I thought he was gonna come over here and tell me to leave, but he actually was doing the same thing I was doing, just with his phone. So we're gonna keep looking around here. Over here we have an abandoned Carson's. Check this out. And we have a crusty dumpy area over here. Getting up closer to the Carson's entrance here. I don't know if I should walk under this awning, because as you guys can see here, they got something holding it up. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna stand right back here because I don't want to get under that, just in case. But they do have the entrance here boarded up as well, and this was a Carson's at one time. Here's a better look at the signage up here. And then over here along this side, we have the dock area for the Carson's. And then it looks like another entrance might have been over along here. We're gonna go over there and check it out. I'm walking back towards my car so we can get to another side of the mall. And I'm trying to avoid these guys because I don't want to set off any more alarms. But there is like a exit only over there. But this is as close as I'm gonna get. Okay, so here's a closer view of that Carson's entrance I was showing you, and it looks like right next to it they have a generic Mounds Mall entrance. And they got doors here. Look at that, all overgrown and everything. Every single thing, window and door, is boarded up. I can imagine the people over the years who have been trying to get into here, and you know, there's people that are scrappers. You know, they come in here and they take stuff, try to sell it. I just think it's cool to document what it looks like. And this looks pretty neat. And we're on the back side of that wall now, and it looks like there's a little small entrance right here. I wonder if this was like all glass with just one door right there. I can only imagine. I mean, I guess you can kind of see what it looks like behind those boards. Wow. And by the way, here is all the parking lot, just all dead, empty space. And this is the back of the mall. Oh yeah, this place had a theater. Let's check it out. So we're gonna get to the front here, and as I imagine, the theater, along with everything else, is abandoned. This looks like a side entrance. Okay, maybe it's the front, I don't know. Maybe, you know what? No, this was the front, yeah. Okay, so the main entrance is in the actual mall itself. Okay, because this doesn't look like a main entrance, so this would technically be the back entrance of the movie theater. Okay, so yeah, dang, now I really want to know what it looks like in there. Obviously, not going to, but man, sometimes I wish I kind of like was one of those urban explorers that go inside abandoned buildings like this. I'm not saying I won't, but I'm saying I'm also not going to like get myself in trouble and like obvious signs of them like making it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying really. Do you? I don't know. All I'm saying is this isn't the vibe to get into. I'm by myself. There's an abandoned Pizza Hut over there. All right, we'll get to that in a minute. Anyways. And here's the other side of that theater. Looks like that might connect to the front. Okay. I just don't want to try my luck. You know what I mean? We have another Mounds Mall entrance right here. And possibly those doors are open. You never know. But I'm not gonna go check because... So we're gonna look nicely and admire what this mall used to be and all the fun people used to have here and how quiet and dead it is now. Seeing stuff like this never fails to amaze me. I mean, looking at places that once were busy and full of life and now they're just dead. It's like looking at a preserved carcass of something. It's insane. So yeah, going to these locations, and I'm sure you guys agree since you're watching this video, and just checking these things out, it's a glimpse of the past. It's a time capsule, and it's just a nice memory of things before time. Now guys, it's just a vast lot of nothingness now, overgrown nothingness. But over here, and yes, we'll get into that in a minute, over here there's a building that says cinema. I mean, the theater was behind me, but now I gotta see what this is about. I mean, this is still in the mall parking area. Oh yeah, we gotta check this out. Wow. Check this out. It says Cinema 1 and 2. Alright, let's get a closer look. This building hasn't been used in years. And when I say years, I mean, this is supposed to be a parking lot. Like, this is crazy. I'm guessing this is either where they had the movie posters or maybe where you would get the tickets. But I do see this is where they had the entrance boarded up. But we gotta take a peek. We gotta take a peek. Let's do it. There's the actual doors. Oh wow. Damn, that's the actual doors to the building. This is terrifying. I'm not kidding you when I tell you that something just hissed in there. And I had my whole hand in there. And this is the other side of the building. Not much else to show. They got it boarded up pretty darn good. Now I'm walking across this parking lot here because there's another abandoned building right over here, and I don't know what it is, but we're about to find out together. Wait a minute, what is that? Some lights from the side of the building, maybe some parking lot lights. Guys, look, this is supposed to be, wow, this is supposed to be a parking lot. This is crazy. All right, so I'm trying to see what this is over here. I feel like I'm in another world right now. Oh my goodness. There's a car over here though. Gotta be very careful. Yeah, walking in from this side, I really don't know what I'm about to expect. I think that car is abandoned, but oh, my foot got stuck. But before we, you know, go into there, I need to get a better angle of what we're looking at. Guys, there's an opening to the building down there. See what I mean? I could totally crawl in this building right now. Oh, I can't see shit though. That building was pitch black. I'm a single girl by herself doing all this. Everything in my body told me, don't go in there. I could have though. I literally like crawled in and took a look around. Okay, let's move on before I get myself murdered. Well guys, when it comes to the mall, that is everything except for this little area over here, which I can imagine was maybe a Sears. I'm not sure. There's an abandoned Texas Roadhouse right here. This has been abandoned for some time because once again, what seems to happen over here in Anderson is Mother Nature completely retakes over the parking lot. That's crazy. That's like what would look like if we were in an apocalypse. This is what would happen to our parking lots. Pretty crazy. Yeah, this is a Texas Roadhouse though, and it has been taken over by Mother Nature, and there is a new one here in Anderson, but this is the old one. This is what it looked like. Such an interesting sight to see it like this. Now there's a place here called the Universal Restaurant and Buffet. And as you see guys, people bust windows open and try to get inside. Here's their road sign. Wow, look at that. That's Mother Nature for you. Completely taking back over what's hers. And the front of the building here. Which, yeah, yet again. Let's take a look in that window. Might as well, right? Might as well. Oh, dang. Oh yeah, people definitely had a heyday in here. That's what it looks like now. This is definitely where people are getting in and out. There's a stool left right here for people to help. And there's probably somebody taking shelter in here. It's pretty crazy. I feel like I'm in an apocalypse. This is wild. All right, Pizza Hut, finally, we're there. That old familiar Pizza Hut look. Here it is. Abandoned, of course, as most things are around here. And it looks like they're starting to try to keep people from entering maybe a potential area that has been busted open. Not gonna stay too long at this one. They definitely have a lot of no trespassing signs on here, so I need to get in and out real quick. I'm on a mission for you guys. I mean, there's really not too much to look at. It's your typical Pizza Hut building. Here's the drive-through where you would get your pizza to go. And check that out. We can kind of see inside here. All right, let's get a move on. Now over here we have an abandoned Long John Silver's building. Take a quick look at that. Couldn't tell you how long this has been abandoned, but once again, it looks like it's been this way for some time. Going around the side here. And then here's the drive-through area. There's where you would get your order taken. And then right around there is where you would pick it up. Look at that. Wow. I'm gonna try and get out of my car and get up close and personal with these buildings as much as I can. But as you guys have noticed, a lot of these buildings are on the main road, so there's a lot of attention on me if I do this. And then also, man, there's abandoned buildings everywhere. Also, a lot of these buildings already have posted no trespassing signs on them. So if that's the case, I don't want to stick around too long. So, but I will find some more stuff to explore like I did just moments ago for you guys. Oh my goodness, guys. It's Big K. Oh yeah, obviously we recognize this storefront here. Now a storage facility, but once used to be a Big K Kmart shopping center. And look, they've got the walls that all the Kmarts had, like the textured walls and everything, and the lighting fixtures here. Oh my goodness. This makes me so happy to see. And I'm honestly curious how much on the inside really has changed. If they made it a storage facility, I mean, does it just basically look like a Kmart but with like storage gates in there, or what? I'd like to believe, and I'm pretty sure, that these are the fixtures in the parking lot that would be in the Kmart parking lot. These have not changed at all. So once those were illuminating a parking lot for this beautiful Kmart. Side note, not to mention, next door looks like it used to be a Marsh. If I were to guess, that or a Kroger, but I'm guessing, since we're in Indiana, that was probably a Marsh. All right, so here's the other entrance over here. It looks like they have a garage door over here now. I don't know if it always looked that way, but you can see some fixtures up here if I can zoom in enough of the inside of the store. Wow. I wonder what's behind this area. This is like closed off from the rest of the storage facility. It does look like they have a garden center over here, but they also have a crusty dumpy. I had to take a lookie at the crusty dumpy, obviously. I don't know what my luck is with couches lately, but we'll just go ahead and take that. And nothing that I see worth, I mean, unless y'all want a diaper, nothing worth taking. This is a pretty small garden center, if I do say so myself, and all of the windows are boarded except for right here. We can actually look in the windows here and see what's going on. A whole bunch of nothing, but at one point that was not the case. There was all sorts of activity going on in here. Crazy to think those gates have been locked since Kmart closed their doors. Here's the back dock area, but I had to get out of my car just to show you guys that the upside down begins here in Anderson, Indiana. It's literally swallowing these stop signs. When I tell you, I had to make sure I drove around. Stranger Things does take place in Indiana, and here's where you get to the upside down dead retail. Let's do it. And then last but not least for this Kmart, this is the back entrance, the pickup area. So, well, that is it for this Kmart area. Beautiful to see a Kmart still in most of its original form. Now this is something I've never seen. An abandoned car dealership. This is a whole Chevy car dealership here in Anderson, Indiana. Dead, abandoned, gone. This is, wow. Yeah, this is definitely a first. I've never seen an abandoned dealership before. Let's take a look at this. So here's the beginning of the other side of the building. And as we come this way, you'll notice the main area, otherwise known as the showroom. No Chuck E. Cheese, people. This is not an animatronic showroom, but it's all busted open. Like, it's all open. You can see back there where the rest of the building is behind these gates. Look at the wear on that building. See, and this is what I'm talking about. They have wide open windows busted open here. People have probably been getting in there and doing God knows what. It actually looks like they've been doing a lot of construction. Yeah, there's like a lot of construction being done in there, so I'm not sure. They definitely quit. This is all dead and abandoned by now, but I'm not sure what was going on in here. There's an abandoned car back there. The door is open. Wow. We also have an abandoned CVS. Worth a stop to check this out. And the very last place we're gonna look at is this abandoned Office Depot. Office Depot was quite an interesting business, and it still exists to an extent to this day, but not like it used to. I say it's interesting because office supplies used to be in such a demand back in the day that a business of this size, a building of this size, was warranted. Now, obviously, in the digital age of tablets, phones, and what else, papers and office supplies aren't as big as they used to be, but I think they always will to an extent be relevant. I mean, a lot of office supplies have to do with technology, like printers, for instance, printer ink, shipping supplies. That's never going away. If anything, that's getting even higher. But Office Depot is an older model of that office supplies business aspect. And over here would be where their street sign was. It would be a red sign with white letters, Office Depot. And then you would see it again right here. And Office Depot had a massive parking lot space. I mean, look at all this. So we are walking up to the front doors here, and it looks pretty well maintained, honestly. I'm probably saying that just because of everything else I've seen today. But let's go ahead and look in these windows. All I see is me, but you know, that's kind of the case. It's how it be lately. We'll do a walk around real quick. Finally able to actually investigate a building without being afraid of no trespassing signs or it being right against a main road. This is kind of a road, but not like the majority of the stuff I was looking at earlier. I don't know, around that mall area was just weird vibes. Oh, and check this out, guys. So this is the dock area, and they do have an Office Depot shopping cart. Now this shopping cart is kind of messed up, but it's still cool to see. This is the Office Depot logo right here. And yeah. Somebody was messing around with it. It's done now. She is retired, and Lord knows where you're going from here, Office Depot shopping cart. I cannot give you a home, unfortunately. But you bet if that was a Babies R Us or Toys R Us shopping cart, yeah, different story. And then on the raised area of the dock side, we have the trash compactor over here. And obviously there's not going to be anything here because the dumpster is gone. But this is where the trash compactor was, and you can see the outline of where the dumpster used to sit. That is the nicest graffiti I have ever seen. Okay, Anderson, I see you. So yeah, that's all there is to see. I checked the back side of the building, but it is just trees and grass and stuff. Nothing to see there, so. Anyways, that is it for this video. Anderson, you are a strange little town. It feels like a fever dream here, honestly, especially around that mall area. That was scary. I don't think you guys understand the fear I had crawling into that cinema, and it was pitch black in there, guys. I sit and I think to myself, what would it have been like if I actually decided to just go all the way in and check it out? But I probably couldn't have even shown anything. It was so dark in there. And that was definitely the scariest part of this video. And then everything else was just kind of like, I don't know, it's so dead and eerie here. And I know that there's a big industrial and agricultural decline in the state of Indiana as a whole, not just Anderson. But yeah, this city in particular, this little town, which has a pretty big downtown, by the way, was quite interesting. Anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I enjoyed it, even if there for a split second I was terrified for my safety, and you guys get the comfort of watching it at home, so I'm glad that I can do that for you guys. And if you guys did enjoy this video, and if you're not subscribed to me already, hit that subscribe button. And also, did you guys know that a lot of this vintage niche stuff that I'm into, that you guys are probably also into, you can get clothed for? What do I mean by that? T-shirts. I'm talking 80stees.com. They have so many cool things. Check out my merch line at tayjayproductions.com. And that's it. Until the next one. See ya.